Right, hello, I'm Jussi Kontio, Yusu. Welcome to Jungle Gym. This place is Asola. We call it like a tribe's dojo. This place has many names. I've been living here for the past 8 years, building the place. And I'm very proud what we've done. The whole landscape, we have made it again, basically. We're renovating the house. I made the underground rainwater system, so at the same time we dig this pond from these big stones that we found from around the building. And wow, finally we're set up and we have a great time here. Every couple of weeks we had trainings. Summer, it's been every week, and it's such a blessing. We have this mentality of movement and flow and bringing all kind of workout together, like a street workout mentality. We've been doing street workout this year and last year at Sompa Sauna in Helsinki. And the idea is that everybody can train whatever they want with anybody. So it's like, so we train multitude of things over one evening or a day. It's very cool. In here, our specialty is Komba. It's something that what's nowhere else to be found, because I'm the main architect of the thing, and it's about, if you could say shortly, it's like having a language for fighting, basically. It can be used for more like a dance-like movement and to make performances and stuff, but it has the main mechanic of improvised fighting, like can be light sparring. Usually we do a lot of close combat, and our meditative baseline is like no force. So it's technical improvisation where we kind of use the location and try to find a way into the core of the other. And it's very cool. It sometimes becomes a bit of the matrix. You can speed up the movements when you're done with somebody long enough, and just feel the dynamic. And it's nice, it's magical, and now my mission is to test it in practice. And my chosen art would be Muay Thai, because in Muay Thai there's the close combat, and I've been training that distance for a good while. Probably like during development, over 1,000 people have trained with me to kind of find the ways of how to move, so it kind of works. So it has been over a decade on the process, and I'm quite keen I'm developing my skills of Muay Thai and fighting in general to go to amateur fights to actually test it out. And this is also about documenting that process, because it's very interesting thing. Also, we go strong with the flow arts, and flow arts originally came from the circus. It's about prop spinning, so it can be stab spinning or poi, or I have quite an armada of flaming weapons. There's triple nancha tricha, and then there's this Chinese feicha long weapon on fire, and then there's fire swords and two-headed meteor hammer and flaming balls and contact sword and fire spear and whips. And then my ultimate weapon that I got to burn it again this summer, just a week ago, is this devil's whip. It's one stick with two flaming whips, 1.5 meters each, with the stick of 33 centimeters. So it's quite mad. It's quite mad.
education and the understanding, the lack of understanding, we enter into a new era of science in which we feel nothing more than has to say that those within themselves.
And it's very cool. If you can do triple nuncha, the stretcher, and you can do whip, you can in theory do the devil's whip. So this kind of stuff. And flow arts becomes freestyle martial art when you take weapon using into combat and into action. So I'm a freestyle martial artist, and I'm established the freestyle community here in Finland, and like ultimately I think everybody is a freestyler because it's simply kind of like developing your own style, own techniques, but with if you have different kind of weapons, it's quite easy to actually learn like techniques of spinning or movement like that. So this place is dedicated to this freestyle spirit. Komba is a platform where freestylers can come to fight basically, and I mean, yeah, these kind of things, yeah. Few more to mention that we are going hard on is functional fitness that we do in a freestyle way, that we simply have a lot of heavy weaponry. Like for example, we have weightlifting bar that's softened, so it's 10 kilo bar, and you can do contact stuff with it to train your muscles with it. And but we have a lot of heavy weapons, and we do the muscle training. So we do functional fitness that's slash flow arts kind of combined. So they're technically quite a challenging techniques because you have to know staff spinning or even contact staff spinning. Woo! In this place, people come to meet, and we train. We do many kind of training. Everybody trains what they want, when they want. So we have little structure, and we like it that way. There's not much money involved. My friends are mostly like poor hippies, and they might give some coins for the next training and such, but we just mostly share everything. And I'm making video, and I'm taking contact to the world in asking for help for me to fulfill this mission. So basically carry on this work and make it more visible and make it attainable for everybody. And you, the people of the world, if you want to support me, now there's a great possibility for it. And I've actually run in a bit of a trouble financially because of the corona. I work in house construction, and I've been doing it all summer, but I had to take some loans, and the loans are stacking up, and it's a bit of a bitchy moment in my life. So I realized that I can ask from the world. So if you wanna support me and support this mission, so I can dedicate more of my time to do these kind of things, and just be of help and joy for the world. Some other things I'm rocking heavy with is science of consciousness, and this is a model I finished 2015, and it can be said that it's a kind of like a biocentric universe. So it describes a living being with its attributes as its the genes and the timeless potential and the moment and the body and the time, the personality and the past experience. So basically I've tracked down with this model that the infinity, the energy that never disappears, becomes the living being that sees the world locally around it. And some of the ultimate goals of this, because it's a fractal, would be to have infinity equals the rest, and write a mathematical formula to also to prove that God exists. And I mean God as a infinite energy. So this kind of a project, and also I've been doing some house design architecture. So this is a building that is like a round wood timber framing, and my expertise is in timber framing, that I usually fix old houses and such. But eventually I would like to build some of these around the world. Finland would be a good place to start and to make it as low scale as possible. So for example, with the walls, I would like to make a round wood timber frame, and with the walls use like big sturdy branches to kind of weave the walls, and then use for example hemp or linen that comes in a big kind of mats, and to make the walls both sides and to weave it in to make, so this is like a super low scale way to do buildings that would be still so warm that they could be lived over the winter. So I think it's some pretty cool vision. So I'm with our lovely community bringing these things to the world, and this place is a prototype in that sense. If you're around Finland, you're welcome to visit. With having this place, it's like the place itself kind of teaches the world how to make a small place as functional as possible. We have some permaculture design here, and then we have a lot of potential for training. So pretty much all parameters are put together in like the coolest possible way, and to have places to do workout and chill out and other things. So I'm very proud what I've achieved with all the very cool and strong people who've been here with me building the place. And also we have beautiful things that we do, like with the food, for example. We have this chef-effectiveness way of thinking, that we can be effective chef and do food, let's say over 10 people in under 5 minutes in a preparation time. For example, just to take a pot and take fresh vegetables and put them in the oven for let's say 2 or 3 hours to get kind of caramelized, and then take them out and have sauces in the table. So in these kind of ways, we're feeding a lot of people very easily, that nobody has to cook too much or even make dishes too much. And so this is the kind of community way that we are living and learning about, and we really want to share it with the world. This is my passion and my path, and I've been very fortunate to be able to do all kind of crazy things, and and share them in YouTube in Komba channel. There's over 150 videos of all kind of strange things that we have done over the years. And also this place is filled with all kind of training equipment. Like most of it I've been just buying second hand just to have it. We have a bit of equipment for all kind of training, and also I make a lot of prototypes from as weapons, as training equipment, and also armors. So the house is quite full of these full body armor suits that we use for training and for fighting, make group fights. With Komba we always can make it safe, the fighting, because we kind of systemize it to such, and then with armors we can easily take realism and use of force in, so that even knees and elbows become possible with swords and anything basically. So this is what we do. This is what we develop. We call it a Tribester dojo. Tribester is like a warrior hippie, and people who come here, they're mostly hippies for some reason. So it's very cool, and we have nice designs from it, making some shirts and leather jackets, hand painted and stuff. So it's very cool, and we would like to roll it out to the world to see, so that you can use what you like from it, and you can establish your own freestyler communities and events around the world if you want. Of course, you know, it's a free world, so we want to tell the world what's going on, and if you want, you can also support me financially, so I can dedicate my time to these things. And now I would like to show you around. Here's the battlefield. It's now surprisingly empty. We have all kind of training for hanging. There's the knife throwing targets. One of my beloved arts I've been training for a long time. I use knife throwing to learn about movement, because it's a very difficult thing to be able to do a perfect movement from distance. And I've been developing these kind of techniques for over a decade basically. So eventually I wanna, well, there's some videos you can look, but get it finalized, so then I can throw both hands, like with using rotation for over long distances, like 9-10 meters in a quite fast way, a couple of throws in a second type of thing. So it's quite cool. So here, here we're building a summer kitchen. Here's the sauna. Here's our gate. It's from Syren tree with the red ones, and it has a lot of different kind of vines growing. Clematis. This is our door we've been using in making this short film, so we do a lot of art. Let's see here. People are learning different kind of things. One really cool one. Yeah, people fooling around, always good. This is my mobile for the house construction. It's very cool. This helmet is antique. And inside we have our armors here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm filming some gear. Oh. These armors are made mostly from a different kind. We have there's ice hockey there,
Nice.
a lot of it,
Nice.
and then we have American football.
Nice.
This one
Nice.
and that one.
Nice. All the wardrobe is hella nice.
Here we have, this is also ice hockey goalkeeper, and this is the most massive. It's full leather. It's made from a it's a lot of horse gear, so these are ancient saddles, that one, and then it has some other leather gear. So this is the behind, and then the front is quite rigid. They can take a lot of hits.